What if the greatest mystery in the universe is not whether aliens exist, but why they refuse to speak? For more than half a century, scientists have pointed powerful telescopes toward the heavens, scanned distant galaxies, and listened carefully for signals from intelligent civilizations. Yet despite all these efforts, humanity has found absolutely no confirmed evidence of extraterrestrial communication. The universe appears strangely quiet. This silence has puzzled some of the brightest minds in history. Our galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars. Modern astronomy has revealed that planets are incredibly common. Many of those worlds exist within habitable zones where liquid water could potentially exist. When scientists calculate the sheer number of planets scattered across the Milky Way, the possibility of intelligent life emerging elsewhere seems almost unavoidable. So why haven't we heard from anyone? This question became known as the Fermi Paradox, named after physicist Enrico Fermi, who famously asked a simple but powerful question: where is everybody? Decades later, despite tremendous advances in technology, we still don't have a clear answer. Recently, however, an unusual experiment captured the attention of scientists, technology enthusiasts, and millions of curious people online. Instead of asking another astronomer or physicist, some researchers decided to ask an artificial intelligence system known as Grok. The question was simple: if intelligent extraterrestrial civilizations exist, why are they silent? What followed sparked a fascinating debate. The answer generated by the AI wasn't merely a short response. It presented a collection of possibilities that forced people to reconsider humanity's place in the cosmos. While the response did not provide proof of alien life, it highlighted several theories that many scientists have quietly discussed for years. Among those theories, one stood out more than any other: the idea that silence may be intentional. At first glance, the concept sounds strange. Human beings naturally assume that advanced civilizations would want to communicate. After all, if humanity discovered intelligent life tomorrow, many people believe our first instinct would be to establish contact. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if advanced civilizations learn something that changes their behavior completely? Imagine standing alone in a vast, dark forest during the middle of the night. You know there may be other people hidden among the trees. You cannot see them. You cannot know their intentions. Some may be friendly, others may not. If you suddenly shout your location into the darkness, what happens next? Perhaps nothing. Or perhaps something dangerous hears you. According to one famous hypothesis known as the dark forest theory, the universe may operate in a similar way. Every civilization becomes like a hunter moving silently through an enormous cosmic forest. Nobody knows who can be trusted. Nobody knows which civilizations are peaceful and which are hostile. The safest strategy is simply to remain quiet. In this scenario, silence is not evidence that intelligent life doesn't exist. Silence becomes evidence that it does. A civilization that broadcasts its location may be taking an enormous risk. Any signal sent into space could potentially reveal its position to unknown observers. If even a tiny fraction of advanced civilizations are aggressive, then remaining hidden becomes the logical choice. This theory fascinated many people because it transforms the silence of the universe into something meaningful. Instead of asking why aliens aren't talking, it asks whether they are deliberately avoiding conversation. But Grok's response explored other possibilities as well. One of the most intriguing involves time itself. Human beings often think about civilizations as if they all exist simultaneously. Yet the universe is almost 14 billion years old. Human civilization, by comparison, is incredibly young. Modern radio communication has existed for little more than a century. From a cosmic perspective, that is less than the blink of an eye. Consider a civilization that emerged 1 million years ago. Its entire rise and fall could have occurred long before humans appeared. Likewise, another intelligent species may not evolve until millions of years in the future. Even if intelligent life is common, civilizations may rarely overlap in time. Two civilizations could exist within the same galaxy and still never know about each other simply because they emerge at different moments in history. This possibility creates an unsettling thought. Perhaps the galaxy has hosted countless intelligent civilizations. Perhaps many of them rose, flourished, and disappeared, and perhaps humanity has arrived too late to meet them. Another theory suggests that advanced civilizations become increasingly difficult to detect as they develop. Human technology tends to produce powerful signals that leak into space. Radio broadcasts, television transmissions, radar systems, and other communications create a detectable footprint. But technological progress may eventually reduce that footprint. Future civilizations could use communication methods far more efficient than radio waves. Their networks might produce almost no detectable emissions. To distant observers, they could appear completely invisible. In other words, advanced civilizations may not be hiding intentionally. They may simply have evolved beyond technologies we know how to detect. Imagine trying to explain modern wireless communication to someone living hundreds of years ago. Many aspects of our technology would seem almost magical. Likewise, extraterrestrial civilizations, thousands or millions of years more advanced than humanity, may use methods we cannot even imagine. If that is true, our search techniques may be looking for the wrong signs entirely. The AI also highlighted another fascinating possibility. They may simply have evolved beyond technologies we know how to detect. Imagine trying to explain modern wireless communication to someone living hundreds of years ago. Many aspects of our technology would seem almost magical. Likewise, extraterrestrial civilizations, thousands or millions of years more advanced than humanity, may use methods we cannot even imagine. If that is true, our search techniques may be looking for the wrong signs entirely. The AI also highlighted another fascinating possibility. Perhaps extraterrestrial civilizations are observing humanity right now, not communicating, not interfering, simply watching. This idea resembles what some researchers call the zoo hypothesis. According to this concept, advanced civilizations deliberately avoid contact with developing species. Just as humans observe animals in nature reserves without interfering in their natural behavior, extraterrestrial civilizations might choose to observe humanity from a distance. Their goal could be scientific study. They may want to understand how civilizations develop naturally. Direct contact could influence our cultural evolution and permanently alter our history. Therefore, they remain hidden. If this theory sounds unbelievable, consider how humanity behaves toward newly discovered tribes on Earth. In many cases, governments and researchers limit contact to protect isolated communities from outside influences. An advanced civilization might apply similar reasoning on a much larger scale. From their perspective, humanity could still be in its early stages of development. Perhaps we have not yet reached whatever milestone they consider necessary for open communication. While these ideas remain speculative, they reveal something important about the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. The absence of evidence is not necessarily evidence of absence. There may be explanations for the silence that have nothing to do with whether intelligent life exists. As scientists continue exploring distant planets and developing more powerful instruments, the mystery only grows deeper. Every year brings new discoveries. Thousands of exoplanets have already been identified. Some resemble Earth in remarkable ways. Others challenge everything we thought we knew about planetary systems. With each discovery, the possibility of life elsewhere becomes harder to ignore. Yet the silence remains. No confirmed messages, no verified signals, no undeniable evidence, only questions. And perhaps that is what makes the mystery so captivating. Because somewhere beyond the stars, beyond the reach of our current technology, answers may already exist. The universe could be filled with civilizations, or humanity could truly be alone. At this moment, nobody knows. But in part 2, we will explore the most shocking possibility discussed in Grok's response, one that suggests humanity may not be searching incorrectly at all. Instead, the problem may be far more unsettling. What if advanced civilizations disappear before they ever get the chance to communicate? If the theories discussed in part 1 weren't unsettling enough, Grok's most thought-provoking ideas were still to come. The possibility that alien civilizations are hiding from one another is frightening. The idea that advanced species may be observing humanity from a distance is equally mysterious. But one theory stands above the rest because of what it implies about our own future. What if intelligent civilizations don't stay alive long enough to communicate? At first, the idea sounds pessimistic. After all, humanity has achieved extraordinary progress in a relatively short period of time. We have built cities, developed advanced technology, explored space, and connected billions of people through global communication networks. From our perspective, technological progress appears unstoppable. Yet history reveals a different pattern. Every civilization faces challenges. Some overcome them, others collapse. The question is whether there exists a stage in technological development that becomes so dangerous that most intelligent species never survive it. Scientists call this possibility the Great Filter. The Great Filter is not a machine, a wall, or a physical barrier. It is a theoretical obstacle that prevents most life forms from advancing into long-lasting interstellar civilizations. Somewhere between the birth of life and the colonization of the stars, there may exist a challenge so difficult that almost no civilization survives it. If that obstacle exists, it could explain why the universe appears silent. Perhaps intelligent life emerges frequently. Perhaps civilizations develop advanced technology. Perhaps many even begin exploring space. But eventually they encounter the Great Filter, and they disappear. The terrifying part is that nobody knows where this filter is located. It could be behind us, or it could be ahead of us. If it is behind us, humanity may already have passed the most difficult stages. The emergence of life itself may be incredibly rare. The development of intelligence may be even rarer. If so, humanity could be one of the few civilizations fortunate enough to survive the process. But if the Great Filter lies ahead, the implications are much darker. It would mean that countless civilizations reached our level of advancement and then failed. Maybe they destroyed themselves through war. Maybe environmental collapse ended their progress. Maybe artificial intelligence exceeded their control. Maybe new technologies created dangers they could not manage. Whatever the cause, they never reached the stars. They never became visible across the galaxy. They vanished. And if that pattern repeats throughout the universe, it would explain why nobody answers when humanity calls. The AI's discussion of this theory captured attention because it shifts the mystery from aliens to ourselves. The silence of the universe may not be a message about extraterrestrials, it may be a warning. Another fascinating possibility involves communication itself. Human beings often assume that intelligent life would communicate in ways we understand: radio waves, signals, mathematics, language. But what if alien intelligence operates on principles completely different from ours? Imagine attempting to explain the internet to a fish living deep beneath the ocean. The fish lacks the concepts necessary to understand the explanation. Even if the information is presented perfectly, the gap in understanding remains too large. Now imagine a civilization millions of years more advanced than humanity. Their methods of communication may be so sophisticated that we cannot even recognize them. Signals could surround us constantly without our awareness. Messages may pass through dimensions, particles, or physical processes that humanity has not yet discovered. From our perspective, the universe would appear silent. From theirs, communication could be happening everywhere. This possibility highlights a humbling reality. Human knowledge remains limited. Every generation believes it understands the universe better than previous generations. Yet history repeatedly demonstrates how much remains unknown. Only a few centuries ago, humanity knew nothing about galaxies beyond our own. Only a few decades ago, we had never confirmed the existence of planets orbiting distant stars. Today we know thousands exist. Tomorrow's discoveries may completely reshape our understanding once again. Grok's response also explored the possibility that intelligence itself changes over time. Human beings often imagine extraterrestrials as advanced versions of ourselves. We picture civilizations building spacecraft, exploring galaxies, and expanding across the stars. But perhaps truly advanced intelligence evolves in unexpected directions. A civilization millions of years old may lose interest in physical expansion entirely. Rather than colonizing planets, it may focus inward. It may create virtual realities more fascinating than the outside universe. Its members may upload their consciousness into digital environments. They may abandon physical exploration altogether. If so, advanced civilizations might exist quietly within their own self-contained worlds, showing little interest in announcing themselves to the cosmos. To humanity, such civilizations would remain invisible, not because they are hiding, but because they simply no longer care about interstellar communication. Then there is another possibility. Perhaps humanity has already received signals, but failed to recognize them. This idea sounds unlikely at first. Yet consider how difficult it can be to distinguish meaningful information from background noise. Astronomers monitor enormous amounts of data every day. Radio telescopes collect signals from countless sources. Most turn out to be natural phenomena. Some remain unexplained. The challenge lies in determining which signals deserve attention. If an extraterrestrial civilization sent a message using methods beyond our expectations, we might overlook it entirely. The signal could be hidden within patterns we dismiss as ordinary. It could exist within data we have already collected. We simply may not know what we are looking for. Throughout history, major discoveries often occurred because someone recognized significance where others saw randomness. The same may eventually happen in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. One day, a scientist could identify a pattern that changes everything. A discovery hidden in plain sight. A message waiting to be understood. Yet perhaps the most profound idea generated by the discussion was not about aliens at all. It was about perspective. Human beings tend to measure cosmic questions using human timescales. We want answers quickly. We expect discoveries within years or decades. But the universe operates differently. Stars live for billions of years. Galaxies evolve across unimaginable stretches of time. Compared to these scales, human civilization is astonishingly young. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence has barely begun. We have spent only a tiny fraction of our history looking. From a cosmic perspective, humanity may have just started listening. Expecting immediate answers may be unrealistic. Imagine standing on the shore of a vast ocean and dipping a single cup into the water. Would you conclude that no fish exist because your cup came back empty? Of course not. The search area is too enormous. The sample is too small. The same may be true of the universe. Perhaps intelligent civilizations are abundant. Perhaps they are rare. At present, we simply lack enough information to know. This uncertainty is both frustrating and exciting. Every new telescope expands our reach. Every planetary discovery increases our understanding. Every scientific breakthrough brings humanity one step closer to answering questions that have existed for generations. Will we eventually discover intelligent extraterrestrial life? No one can say. Maybe the first confirmed signal will arrive tomorrow. Maybe it will arrive centuries from now. Or perhaps humanity will become the civilization that breaks the silence, the one that explores distant worlds and introduces itself to the galaxy. Until then, the mystery remains unsolved. The response generated by Grok did not provide definitive answers. No artificial intelligence can solve one of the greatest mysteries in science with a single reply. What it did provide was something equally valuable, a collection of possibilities, ideas that challenge assumptions, questions that encourage deeper thinking, and perhaps that is why the response captured so much attention. Because sometimes the most fascinating answers are not the ones that end a mystery. They are the ones that make the mystery even larger. As we look toward the stars, one fact remains undeniable. The universe is vast beyond imagination. Somewhere among its countless worlds may exist civilizations older, wiser, and more advanced than anything humanity has ever known. Whether they are hiding, waiting, observing, or simply too distant to detect, we do not yet know. But every night, when humanity looks upward at the endless sea of stars, the same question continues to echo across the cosmos. Are we alone? Or is someone out there asking the very same question about us? Until that answer arrives, the silence remains one of the greatest mysteries ever faced by mankind. And perhaps, hidden somewhere within that silence, lies a truth capable of changing humanity forever.